How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. For today's video, I want to talk about my 10 favorite types of car parts to sell on eBay in 2026. I've been selling car parts on eBay for years now, but in the last couple months, I've ramped up more than I ever have before. And it's become very clear to me what is good inventory and what is bad inventory and what are the best type of parts to sell on eBay today. For those of you who don't know, I sell car parts online through auto parts consignment. That's the kind of business model that I call it. Basically, I work with local repair shops and body shops. If they have spare inventory laying around, I list it for them, I ship it for them, I handle everything on the eBay side, and for that I get a commission. So it's usually anywhere between 30 and 50%. And I've been doing this auto parts consignment for a while. I think it's a great business model, and if you want to learn more about it, you can check out my other videos on my channel. But this video will be great for anyone that goes to junkyards or parts out entire cars. If you sell car parts online, I think this will be helpful for you. And also, if you want to look at this Notion doc, I'll put a link to it in the description if you want to check it out for yourself after the video. So let's start off with what makes a car part great for selling on eBay. First, of course, you want to find a category where the average sale price is pretty high. My average sale price for my entire eBay store is around $150. So if parts in a category sell for that or more, that's what I'm looking for. Next, you're looking for things that have a strong sell-through rate. So you want a lot of solds and not that many active listings, meaning that your part is probably going to sell relatively quickly within a week to a month. Next, you want inventory that's really simple to test. You don't want to mess around with it, spending time trying to figure out if it's fully functional or not. Then you want things that are really easy to ship. So I try to sell things where I can just grab it off a shelf, package it up real nice, put a label on it, and get out the door within like a minute or two. And then lastly, you want things that have part numbers. Makes it so much easier when you're doing research, trying to find comps, trying to figure out what it fits, what models and trim levels and all that kind of stuff. Just makes your research so much more simple. So let's get into my favorite car part to sell on eBay right now. I've had some really great listings here. You can see a Subaru BRZ headlight sold for almost 700 bucks. Interesting, this Chevy Bolt headlight. I had the pair and they're both worth like 500 bucks a piece. And then I currently have this AMG GT63 headlight listed for 1,000 bucks. And I love headlights because they're one of the most expensive parts on the car, especially if they're LED or xenon. You can see even this HID was worth something, but usually you're looking for headlights that have LED or xenon, that have all kinds of technology and control modules in them. And usually like European, Asian, American ones all sell relatively well, especially look out for like Porsche. I just sold a 911 headlight yesterday for 700 bucks. Usually they have a very high average sales price. I think for headlights, I'm probably selling anywhere around $250 to $300 as an average sale price. And they're in demand because they're one of the first things to break on a car in an accident. The cons of them is that they can be difficult to ship sometimes. As you can see, there's some tabs here. So when you're shipping a headlight like this, especially one that's very expensive, you want to make sure that it's very safe during shipping, that no tabs are going to get broken. And then the other con is that they can be very difficult to test. Most of my headlights, honestly, I don't test them. The shops that I work with will tell me what damage there is. They'll like mark it with a marker on the headlight. So some tips, if you're selling headlights, avoid selling headlights that are less than $100 in profit. Headlights do take more time to ship carefully and package up. So it's really not worth my time if I'm not making anywhere more than $100 for a headlight. Another thing is you want to charge shipping. Don't offer free shipping unless it's like a small compact headlight, you already have the box and you have an idea of how much it's going to cost. And then my last tip is don't skip out on slightly damaged headlights, especially for me working with local body shops. They have tons and tons of broken headlights that are still worth good money. As you can see here, this headlight had a broken tab, it also had a crack in the housing for a Lexus SUV, and it still brought us, I think we got $300. I think a lot of shops probably throw this out, but the shop that I work with, they keep all their spare inventory that they have when they take a car in that just was in an accident. And doing the auto parts consignment, I take about 40 to 50% on a part like this. So I made about $100 to $150 just on this headlight. And if you aren't selling slightly damaged headlights, you should definitely look into it. But just make sure you're very clear in the description of the listing and in your pictures the exact condition of the headlight, like I am here. Number two, I don't get a ton of these, but when I do, I really enjoy selling them. That is Infotainment Systems. So one of the best ones that I've ever sold was back in December. This is one for a Toyota 4Runner. You could basically call them navigation units, head units, multimedia systems. They're all basically the same thing. You often find these removed from older cars from like 2015 back maybe that don't have like Apple CarPlay. People want to remove them and put in a custom unit that has a lot more features. And the ones that I sell that are worth money usually come from Asian cars. So like Toyota, Nissan, Lexus, even Kia sometimes. Pros is that they're really easy to ship. I just threw this in a box, put some bubble wrap around it, and got out the door. And I think usually the max you're going to pay on a unit like this is probably $20 or $30. The only con is that it's hard to test. Usually I just make the shop tell me beforehand if I'm selling it for them, make sure that it works or not before they remove it. Next up, I sell a lot of these, and it's becoming one of my favorite things to sell on eBay, and that is wheels. Some people might think you need to use like freight shipping for these, but that's not the case. Wheels are super easy to sell. I love selling them because they're worth a ton of money and they sell relatively quickly. I've been selling a lot of Tesla wheels recently, and they go for about 250 to 300 bucks a piece. I sold Mercedes rim a few months ago, and that got almost 500 bucks. And even the spare wheel for a Toyota Corolla, we got $120 for. Most of them will have part numbers. If they don't, they will definitely have a logo on the back. If they are OEM, then you can just look up on eBay. If it doesn't have a part number, like Mercedes 5-spoke rim, and you can probably find one that's similar style. The rim should also have the dimensions on the back, so you want to make sure that's clear in the listing. And if you have a whole set, I would probably list them on Facebook before you put them on eBay. And these are great because you don't have to test them. All you got to do is just like take a few seconds to go around the edge of it, make sure there's no dents or bends in the rim, and it's really unlikely to get damaged during shipping as long as you package it in a pretty hefty box. The only thing I'd say is it is much easier when you do have spare boxes laying around. Usually I even try and find the box before I even sell it. So when it does sell, I can just go over, find it, pull it off the shelf, and then maybe throw a little bit of bubble wrap in it and then get out the door. Okay, number 4 is side mirrors. They sell very often, very quick for me. These sell very fast because I think they're one of the first parts to break in an accident, or even if someone's just like pulling into a parking spot or pulling into the garage. You want to look for ones that have more features and technology in them. So heated mirrors, mirrors that fold, mirrors that have blind spot. Those are often going to be worth a lot more money than a standard mirror that has no technology in it. You just want to be aware of mirrors that are painted the same color as the body. You want to find the paint code if possible. It's probably going to limit your target market unless someone just removes a mirror cap and repaints it to whatever they need. But you just want to be aware of that and make that clear in the listing with the description and pictures. And then even just the mirror piece itself, I've been selling a lot of recently. You can see this Tesla one here for Model Y. I have it listed now for 200 bucks. It's brand new and super simple to ship. Just be careful because it is glass. You might want to add a little bit more bubble wrap, just make sure it's secure. And another thing to be aware of is that not all same models will have the exact same mirror. So like different trims will have different options. Like I said, with heated mirrors, maybe only some trim of a certain model will have that or have a blind spot assist. So that's very important to find the part number, look on Google, see exactly what trims it fits, and then hopefully the buyer can do their own research and figure out if it's the right part for them. Number 5, we're moving on to grills, another one of my favorites to sell. Again, one of the first things to break in a front collision. I sell upper grills as well as fog grills. Both sell really well. Things to be aware of, you're gonna need larger boxes, especially for a big one like this Dodge one right here with this trim piece that's sticking up. It's not only going to be long, but it's going to be a tall box as well. And then if it does have tabs, you're going to need to be careful. Make sure nothing breaks during shipping. You want to make sure you note any flaws in the grill, so cracks, broken tabs, scratches, dents. Just be very clear about that up front. Make sure you're listing your item accurately. This is a bit of a broader category, but any suspension pieces have been selling really well for me. I had this Mercedes strut sell for 150 bucks, Tesla one $300. This is a sway bar. Subframe for another Tesla worth a ton of money. This is an Audi TT strut for 500 bucks. So all different types of suspension pieces worth lots of money. Make sure you're looking at OEM parts. Those are worth way more than aftermarket pieces. Always make sure you're including the part number. If there is one, most of the times you will be able to find one. And clean parts sell quicker. So make sure if it is a used part, you're taking that extra 1 to 2 minutes to clean it up before you're doing pictures. Make sure it looks nice. Here's some more parts. So we're talking about struts and shocks, control arms, steering knuckles, air suspension, subframes like this one here. These are probably not parts you're going to come up on every single day, but if you see one, probably going to be worth good money. So there is relatively strong demand for these, especially the OEM parts, still worth good money when they're used. The cons are that they're pretty heavy and sometimes they can be awkward to ship. Like this sway bar here is a kind of an odd shape. So you want to make sure that you have a box beforehand. And usually I'm trying to sell things that are 100% functional. I'm not trying to sell broken suspension pieces like headlights. Usually those are fine to sell broken or damaged, but suspension I'm trying to work with 100% functional, usually brand new or very good condition. Number 7 might be the most common thing that I sell on eBay right now, and that is exterior trim. And that could mean a million different things. I just gave some examples here. So this is a quarter piece trim for a Jeep. Here's a wheel flare for Tesla. This is exhaust trim for Mercedes, and this is a bed molding trim for Toyota. And these kind of things are often damaged, they're missing, or they're removed in accidents and repairs and have to be replaced. And I also love selling them because they're super lightweight usually, and they're really simple to ship for the most part. Some more examples here are like window trim, belt moldings, door moldings, wheel flares, pillar trims, chrome accents, and exhaust trims. OEM ones have really strong demand, and they're super simple to store. The cons are that they can be easily damaged if they're not removed properly, so you would be careful if you are junk picking or removing parts yourself. So definitely look out for trim pieces. Some of them might surprise you, like this Jeep one. I had no idea it was worth $100. Most shops would probably just throw it out or not even think twice about it, but it was worth a lot of money. So just do your research, find part numbers, and exterior trim pieces will sell pretty well. Number 8, I have taillights. I haven't really sold very expensive ones recently. I put a couple examples here of this Volkswagen and this Tesla. One of the most common parts to break in a rear collision accident, even in very minor bumper-to-bumper accidents. OEM taillights are expensive new, which makes used ones very attractive on eBay. And if they're fancier LED ones, they're definitely worth a lot more money, so be on the lookout for those. I went ahead and found some more examples on eBay, ones that I did not sell, but that are worth a ton of money. So like these BMW X4, X5 SUV ones. Here's an X7. This one was worth $340, probably because it's an LED one. Here's an older one, Mini Cooper Clubman, surprisingly worth $350 for the set there. Here's a Jeep Gladiator one, $375. Surprising, this 2013 Lexus one was worth $280. So look for the LED ones, look for the pair that have like the inner and the outer. So one's on like the rear panel and one's on the trunk, and you can sell them separately. If possible, you probably make more money that way. Again, always check for cracks, moisture, broken tabs. Be very clear in your listing of any cosmetic issues or any functionality issues. Also be on the lookout for that part number. Include that in the listing every time. If there are mounting tabs, you might just want to throw a little bit of extra bubble wrap in the box just to be safe. Now on to number 9, window and door components. So this category ranges, there's probably hundreds of different parts you could sell within this category, but here's a few that have done very well for me. I didn't want to take this out of the packaging because it was still brand new, but this is a take-on door handle bracket. This is a Ford Transit van lock cable system. Got $200 for that. And this I did not sell, but I found it on eBay. These window regulators are worth tons of money usually in every car. For some reason, these Chevy Corvette ones, I guess they probably fail a lot. So people are probably buying backup ones all the time. And this one sold for $740 or best offer. And like I said, these probably fail constantly on lots of cars. When you get up to higher miles, people are probably replacing them a lot. So OEM ones and brand new ones are very expensive. So look for window regulators, window motors, door lock actuators, and door lock assemblies. And then since you have front, rear, left, right, you just want to be very clear in the listing title and the description exactly where it fits on the car. If there's part numbers, you want to find those. And the only con here really is that they're hard to test if you've already removed them from the car. But overall, window components, door components, great to sell on eBay. If you see any, be sure to check out the part numbers, check out sold listings, and you'll definitely make some money with those. And lastly, number 10 here, I have brake calipers. I haven't sold any recently, but when I have sold them, I've made tons of money. These aren't my listings, but they're ones that I found on eBay. So I did sell a set like this probably a year or two ago, but these are off a Camaro SS, whole pair or the whole set. Someone's asking $400. If you get into the European sports cars like this Mercedes AMG, the whole set here is worth $1,000. They even have great resale value if you're selling just like one, but if you have the whole set, might as well sell them together. Things to look out for: front brake calipers, usually bigger, worth more money. Performance ones like Brembo. You'll find those kind of performance brand ones on like Ford Mustangs or Camaro SS. So very expensive parts. They're usually extremely durable during shipping, so you don't have anything to worry about there. The only cons are that they're heavy, but it's really not an issue when they're small like this. I'm not really too concerned about that when I'm shipping. They can be dirty, but just take a couple minutes just to clean them up, make them look nice for the pictures. And you need to be very careful about the part numbers and the fitment here, but Brake calipers are great to sell when you can find them, especially on those higher end models and those sport cars. And then just a couple more pieces of advice before I end this video. Prioritize selling parts from newer models. So look for the latest generation cars, sell parts from them. They're usually worth more because the cars are brand new and their value is more than an older car. Also, there's probably way less supply for those parts because the car just came out and there's less used parts on the market. But you can also still make money on plenty of used older cars, especially if they have like a following. So think of like BMW E46 or like Toyota FJ Cruiser. There's lots of people who like collect those cars, drive them often, like to keep them OEM. And the parts that make me the most money are often from European cars. So we're talking Audi, BMW, Mercedes, Porsche, all those luxury brands. Those parts are often worth a lot more than the usual American cars. For the lower end brands like Honda or Kia, unless they're brand new, but usually these expensive European cars are gonna have a lot more money in parts than the other cars. And don't just limit yourself to used parts. And I've learned that from working with a lot of local repair shops and body shops is that they often just throw out stuff that's actually worth money, whether that be headlights or trim or any pieces from a car that they got from a collision, or they're just replacing something that was used. I'm selling used damaged stuff all the time. Just make it very clear in the listing what the condition is. So that's everything that I had to cover in this video. If you want to check out this doc, I'll put a link in the description. You can go through. If you want to learn more about auto parts consignment and how I make money selling car parts online, check out all my other videos. I'll put a link to one right here. And yeah, thanks for watching this video and see you in the next one.